I think it's just cool to build stuff in 7 days. Usually my builds, though, are functional, not decorative. That's why I didn't make a bowling alley and you did. You made a whole bowling alley and a theater system area. Neither does he. Took him 3 streams to make an oversized banana. But he has it as a redeem. Ah, okay. Oh yeah, and your swimming pool, yes. But you also have like other decorative stuff too that you modded into the game. So you have like little figurines too. And, giant ducks as a redeem. Your outdoor area is gonna be lit. I imagine so, yeah. I like what you do when you're building decorative stuff. It's pretty darn cool. Volbeat? Oh, you know what? That is a Pokemon, isn't it? Well, the first thing that came to mind there with Volbeat was the band. I totally forgot that that was also a Pokemon. That command doesn't exist. Imagine. Yeah, it was a band. It was a band called Volbeat. I haven't heard like anything from them for many years, but yeah. There's a band called Volbeat, and apparently it's also a Pokemon name. So I forgot about the Pokemon name and only remembered the band name until just now. Back in my day, there was a band named Volbeat. I can't remember where they were from. I think they were Danish. Yeah, I think they were Danish. It's been such a long time. My head's down in memory road, memory lane, all those things. Your hat is finally wearing off. Does that mean you're getting sleepy, or does that mean you're not sleepy anymore? I remember I tried to partake in game at the same time. It did not work out. I wasn't paying attention to the game like at all. I think I ended up running up against a wall for probably too long before I realized that I wasn't really playing the game. I was just running against the wall. Yeah, my brain went mush instead of, doing anything productive in the game. You've done that, couldn't walk fast in 7 days. Your mind couldn't process you moving any faster. It's like, I'm gonna lay down. That sounds about right. It's like clearly I cannot play, so I'm just gonna lay down now. think I also tried to play games while tipsy, but I don't think that worked out very well for me either. Yeah, I ended up doing like monotonous tasks instead of doing anything that I was supposed to be doing. Like I'd end up just running around, maybe picking flowers or something, uh, but not doing anything that I had made goals for, you know? Probably just running around in circles. Sometimes, yeah, gotta realize it's time for a nap. Also, same, my lack of filter just got real bad. It happens. You swear your mouth gotta get me banned. Well, I don't think you'll ever get banned here, at least. If you ever say anything that's like too inappropriate, you might get timed out, but I don't think anything else. I don't think you would get banned from here. Probably just get a little warning. Oh, from Twitch. Yeah. That I have no control over. I can't change that. Ban him for like 10 seconds just for the funny. Well, the thing about banning now is that you end up being put onto a list. So now, since you ban somebody, they go onto a list, and then the people that have Autobots or Autobots, auto mods, they will end up kicking you because you're on that list. Yeah, so I'm careful about who I ban and who I don't. Usually pretty good about not offending people. Yeah, definitely. Shh. Don't ban him for 10 seconds just for the funny. Yeah, I'm not going to. If anything, I could time him out, but I don't feel like doing that either. It takes too much effort. People usually get when I'm joking. Oh, yeah, yeah. But sometimes it goes over my head. I don't always get your jokes. It happens. That's what noodling's for. Dad, mommy, here's a noodle. You get noodled. I think it works pretty well. Your butt still hurts to this day. I remember it like it was yesterday. I don't think it was that far back. I'm gonna have to like move these packs of money somewhere else because clearly it's taking up too much room now. I may have to start making like boxes or pallets to hold the what's it called? Here I was just minding my own business when all of a sudden my eyes widened and my cheeks clenched. Turn around and there's a panda behind me. Holding a pool noodle. And you got 100% noodle, buddy. That was 100% funny as well. I couldn't see the other end because it was hidden in a dark cave. Now I'm in a cave now? I'll never forget. I don't know how I got such a southern dramatic accent here going, but it's fun. Doodled with a noodle. Oh, he got noodled. He got noodled 100%. Oh, it doesn't all fit in there. Wow. Okay, let's get in there. Let's turn this on, I mean. Wait a second. Okay. Too many innuendos. Please explain what would be drawn on my... How do you do such a thing either? Never too many innuendos. I think that's just something you think? Probably right. Yeah, yeah, definitely. But also, Jelly needs to explain. How do you draw? How do you doodle? I don't know, but I know it'll be mainly in red and brown ink. Oh no, it's gross. That's so gross. You got really gross with that one. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. It's so gross. I guess I invited that though. There's not a whole lot you could have said to save yourself from a gross explanation. Know that I did not. You did decide to not fully gross on that one. Yeah, that's true. It could have been way worse. So descriptive. I love it and hate it at the same time. That was holding back. Yeah, could have been way worse, I imagine. Do you remember to stretch the canvas though? Oh, oh man. Uh. It's getting worse. Need a safe word for this chat. What kind of safe words do you like? Noodle? No, that's probably not a good safe word. We use the word noodle way too often to use that as a safe word. You're gonna have to come up with something more obscure. Mm. Ramen. I like ramen though. I like ramen. Udon? Well, okay. That one I don't use that often. I could go with udon. Spaghetti? Eh. Spaghetti? I feel like sketty's better. I don't like saying the spa part. Just call it sketty. It's more fun. Oh no, I forgot to bundle that one first. Essentially all noodles, that's true. But when you specify, then it's a different word. You gotta get the specifications. Oh yes, oh yes. Wait, sketty? Yes, sketty. Yes! Yes, that's what spaghetti is to me. I just call it sketty. I have fun words in my vocabulary that are spelled a little bit different. And sometimes you might see that I write that I'm going to get some kufi. There'll be purposely two O's because I'm actually saying koofy instead of coffee. Sketty always reminds you of South Park Honey Boo Boo episode. What is that? You want a sizzlipede? That sounds gross. Also sounds like an STD. Sketty? Sketty sounds like an STD? If you say so. Oh, the sizzlipede. Yeah, yeah, no, that does sound like an STD. But it also sounds like a centipede, but slightly different. Something about reality TV and how low the bar is and undignified nature of it. Yeah, all of that sounds terrible. Peed inferring. Oh, I see. Yes. Yeah, yeah. I definitely can see why this little part sounds like a burning. Yeah. You didn't catch it? Now it sounds like you want to have the sizzlepede. Why would you want to have the sizzlepede after you've defined it as something uh un unsavory, unwanted, ungross? Just gross? Also, that is a terrible name for a Pokemon. I don't know who decided to make that Pokemon name, but shame on you. Also, what is Honey Boo Boo? What is that? I imagine it's from South Park, but I have not watched such thing. Episode, I mean. What was I doing? I have this smaller pile. Maybe this is what I was doing. Snaps finger. I wouldn't whip out my Pokeballs if I didn't want it. That's true. You whipped out your Pokeballs. When you're off to the potty and it's burning when you pee, gonorrhea. Ah, is that a song? I feel like it's a song. Honey Boo Boo is a reality show. South Park made fun of it. Ah, I see. You love that you said that like country accent. It's always fun here. It is. It's always fun here. The lyrics were adapted. That is something that they do, yes. I mean, you did write it as you slapped your finger, so that's how I read it. Especially when you whip out them there Pokeballs. Oh, goodness. People do talk weird sometimes. Most of what I do is on purpose, but some people just do it because that's how they talk. Remember that time you smacked Jigglypuff in the face with your Dratini? Dratini. That sounds like a really funny conversation that they would never air on the TV. Listen, friend, if you whip out them dare Pokeballs, I'm gonna start licking tonguing your Arboctors. Oh my goodness. Uh, I love that that's all Gen 1. Lickitung was one of the weirdest Pokemon that they could possibly have thought of for Gen 1. Gen 1 and 2 is where I know most. Yeah, me too. I mostly know Gen 1, but I know a little bit of Gen 2. Arbok. And surprisingly, Mobby did not remember what Ditto was. He thought Ditto was Diglett. Not to call you out or anything like that. But I mean, you were kind of high probably, so. What is the weirdest Gen 1 Pokemon? What is the weirdest Gen 1 Pokemon? Like as far as the name or what it looks like? If you keep it up, I'm gonna slowpoke your Squirtle. Kind of an understatement. Better watch it, I'm a real Blastoise. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. So as a Pokemon, what is the weirdest one? That's a good question. 'Cause I mean, Gen 1 was like sort of treasured to me 'cause that's what I grew up with. I know there were ones that I hated. Well, not necessarily hated, but like really disliked. But as far as the weirdest one, not sure. I feel like Lickitung has got to be up there. Panda's eating up these cheesy Pokemon puns. Well, I like puns, so you're definitely gonna have me giggling. I like puns. Oh snap, I forgot about Jinx. Jinx is one of the weirdest ones. As far as looking at her, yeah. Definitely weird. You know, they changed the look of her in in different countries, I think. Because they didn't like how she looked. But yeah, Jinx is she's more human than any other Pokemon, so it's really weird. Yeah, it is pretty stereotypical. Oh my goodness. BRB. Okay, we're back. We have chat going here. Let's see. I have missed quite a few here. Da 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 da. Do it right on my Blastoise. In my Blastoise will use Surf, not Water Gun. Wow. Oh, snap, I forgot about you. Yeah, I read that earlier. Okay. Uh, the transsexuals of Pokemon. Yeah, that's gross. It's literally just black women with styled hair. Pretty much. You're right. Ride a train is your ringtone? No, I don't. What is that one called? I think it was Fleetwood Mac. Yeah, it's Fleetwood Mac. But I don't remember which song it was. The song was like, "Come ride a train." No. It said, um, "Oh, thunder only happens when it's raining." Something like that. Players only love you when they're playing. Yeah, it's a popular Fleetwood Mac song. I just forgot the name of it, that's all. I'm not very good with names of anything, so. I missed a few things here. When you first saw it in the anime, it definitely crossed your mind. Oh, yeah. Think dude on Halloween who decided to be a girl or 90s stereotype of a prostitute. Good grief. Now that would be Vaporeon. If you know, you know. Consider yourself blessed. It's oh yeah, I read that. Just play your ringtone from the settings. Oh yeah, I could have, but I could have just sang it, so that works too. Oh, I didn't mean to pick up all of that. I made a mess. Still offered. You have an audible ringtone and it's not one of mine. Well, oh, you're offended. That's what you meant to say. That makes more sense. Um, well, not everything's about you, Mobby. The world doesn't revolve around you. You're just curious what it was? Yeah. Only kind of heard it in the background for a second. Well, yeah, I silenced it as soon as I could. Are you sure? I'm pretty sure that the world does not revolve around you. Your world might revolve around you, but mine doesn't. I swore the world revolved around me. I think you can make your own world revolve around you. But that doesn't mean everybody else's will. What are you gonna do now? This changes everything. Could you imagine if that was a real realization? That sounds weird to have in the same sense. To have a real realization. It makes sense. Just sounds weird. I guess revelation would sound a little better. Or epiphany. I get what you mean, yeah. Realize, realize, realize. So deep. Be actually shocked by the realization. Yeah, that would be a very strange moment. Just like that noodle. That was a very effective noodle. Super effective, that's what they call it. I feel like now I have to add in a command that says it was not very effective if it was like during if the percentage was a certain amount, and then if it was a little more than that, it would be like you hit like a very good hit or something. I don't remember what they say when it's probably just like a certain amount, not like a very good hit. But anyway, and then there's the critical chance, and when you get that critical chance, then you get the super effective noodle. No noodle quite like no noodle quite like an effective noodle. Yes, definitely. You gotta use the at, not just my name. If you get 100, have it just respond. That's terrible. You noticed after you sent it? Yeah. %95 noodled. Woo! I've been 95% noodled. That's a critical hit. Finisher. 95, that's another Nutter Butter. Or almost a Nutter Butter. Oh, goodness. Oh my goodness, 100%! What is with the percentages now? Just all crits all day. What works? Teamwork. Oh my goodness. Now you're on an emote spree. I think they're addictive. You mean addictive? So many emotes. They add up. Ah! That would be a really weird way to add it up. They just somehow, added. You mean additive? Yeah, that would make more sense as an adding. If you noodle enough, you'll get more, probability of success. Like multiplicative, but with addition. Yeah, that's what that is. Multiplicative is a fun word to say. It's too bad I can't use it for very many, situations. I'm stopping while you're on top. Okay. Gotta know when to walk away and stop gambling. Sounds smart. It does. It doesn't mean a whole lot, but it does sound smart. Use it for insults sometimes? Oh. Could you use that in a sentence for me? Oh, you did? Okay. Your chin's multiplicative. I'm not sure that that really makes sense. It doesn't have to. That's true. It's more about using the word than actually the definition. It's provocative. Sort of, yeah. It gets them people going. Them people. You said it. I hate it here. No, you like it. That's why you come out and hang out. You just crawl up into your bed and you're like, Panda, use your calming ways. Laugh at your dad jokes and come for the noodles. The noodling. First of all, I'm already in bed before I got here. That's true. But, I'm sure it helps to be more comfortable. I need to know what happens after 100%. Ah, you go back down to 25. It resets. Act like I'm curling up with a good book. Like being comfortable. Yeah, yeah. I feel like in that metaphor, I'm a good book. Yeah. I'm comforting. I have very soft fur. Because I'm a panda. Don't know about my fur. Well, it's a sort of imaginary at this point. Might be itchy. Ah, I'm pretty sure that panda fur is soft. I mean, I would imagine it being soft, but I don't know for sure. Naked Romat Panda. Mole rat panda. That's terrible. What's your book genre? Uh, what would be my genre? There's not really a relaxing sort of lo-fi genre. Um, I don't know because I can't say I'm definitely in the young adult part because that's not it. Uh, we'll just say fiction. We'll go with that. Like adventure fiction. Sounds fun. Just pretend to have fur like real panda. Mobster would be a detective noir. Mainly because of his name? Yeah, probably. You would be in the smut section? Goodness. Right next to 50 Shades. Oh, goodness. So what is jelly? Hmm? You're a banned book? Oh, you want to be a banned book? Well, if you tell truth, then you're gonna be banned, so. That's what happens when you tell the truth. In this world, anyway. Stupid weather. I don't need to know about your weather. I'm not outside. Mm. Hmm? What you laughing at me for? You want to be a thing 1,000 page literary masterpiece? Oh, a thick 1,000 page literary masterpiece? Shrugs at weather. Stupid app. I don't go outside. I mean, most of the time I really don't. It's supposed to be on silent, but no, it wants to bug me with updates. It's like, only tell me when I want you to, okay? Neither do I. Yeah. I like not being outside. It's nice. I can be in the most dark house and be comfortable. That's why all my shades are closed. But it may be like bright as fudge outside. If you didn't work, you'd uh never leave the house. The only words written inside are G get effed nerd on page 707. So the entire book is blank except for that page in 707. I think it'd be funnier if it was one of those like textbook prank things that they do. You know, like I don't know if they do that anymore because kids nowadays don't have the same childhood as I did. But it used to be that we would have these shared textbooks in the classroom, and in the classroom you'd pick up your textbook or whatever, and then sometimes in that book, somewhere on the page it would say something like go to page blah blah blah. You go to that page and then be like, ha, I made you go to that page, and then be like, go to page blah blah blah, and then you go to that page and then you say something else that's stupid. Usually sex jokes or something like that, but it was fun to go uh follow along with their stupid prank things in the book. I'm sure not everybody understands what that's sort of a joke unless you were there, but I enjoyed it. Your coworkers asked if you were going out to the work group for Halloween. You laughed and said, I don't hang out with coworkers unless I'm getting laid. Oh, goodness. You're just like, I don't like you unless you're getting in my bed. You know what I mean? Okay, you've seen those. Good. Dumb random stuff? Yeah, definitely. That's what the idea was. What in the world? What is the? What did you mean to write there? Oh, you meant to say paid, not laid. Oh my goodness. You said it though. You won't sleep with a coworker again. Yeah, it's probably not a good idea. Biggest, buffest, manliest looking man comes up to you. You, me, your bed, noodle. Oh, that's such a terrible thing. You didn't even realize you typed that till I read it back. Okay. I think I compose myself. I can compose. Oh, I started crying. Crying from laughter. Okay. Who's definitely a gym bro? You're bigger, he's buffer. It's the quilted quilted quicker picker upper bounty. Bounty. Noodling coworkers is a lot of drama. It is. It really is. It's not. It's mostly a bad idea. uh. She outlasted the job, though. You were done with the job before you were done with her. Ah. Well, that's generally a good thing. Because then you don't have to worry about being coworkers with that person. Okay. I swear I can see out of my eyes. I think this is all dollars. Yeah. Well, there's a euro or two in there, but it'll come out. It was your manager to boot. So wait, you were noodling with your manager? That is now my favorite word for this. She reprimanded me regularly. Wow. Wow. There's a lot of noodling going on here. Whipper paddle. Goodness. It was your first job. You doodled your manager. Ah, well. Going for the top of the chain. What do they call that? It's probably like the chain of management, something like that. But all I can think of is the food chain, which doesn't make any sense. Maybe it works? I don't know. You even noodled her at work? Ooh. Risque. Trying to climb the ladder? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Trying to climb the ladder. I mean, sometimes it works. It helps you, get a little more reputation. You know what I mean? Get a good word from the boss. You did end up becoming a manager there? Oh, wow. Congrats. You noodled your way to the top. And you didn't even have to start from lower. But not because you were sleeping with her. Well, I didn't say that. But it's funny to think that. Sometimes it was lower. Lower noodling. Because you exposed the relationship, got her fired, and took her job for yourself. Somebody's trying to put words in your mouth. Bad jelly. Bad jelly. You took her job. We were both managers for a bit before she left. You were both managers? Like of different departments, I imagine? That sounds cool. She took your noodle? Probably on more than one occasion. Oh, definitely, yeah. It's not a one and done thing, you know? It's a noodle you can have for seconds and thirds and so on. Like 8 years? Wow, 8 years. Hey, congrats. Long relationships are good. May I ask what happened? What made the 8 years end? She took his job. Something tells me that jobs don't interfere in that sort of relationship. If it's long term enough, it's not really a big deal. Just kind of fell apart, didn't feel the same after a while. Ah, you lost that spark. That loving feeling. Now it's all gone. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Nerd. What, 'cause I know old songs? I never had an 8-year long relationship, but I mean, It's going to be probably 8 years plus with my hubby. Eventually, you know, at some point. I don't know how long. No, you're singing. Oh, now you're singing Hooked on a Feeling? You're welcome. Your relationships always last long for a while. Well, that's good. That's good. This feels kinksable. Oh, jinxable. Oh, no, it's not jinxable. That's not possible. You don't do hookups? Yeah, hookups are a bad idea. I never did hookups either, but sometimes things just didn't work out for one side or the other, you know? Stuff happens. Especially when you think you think you know somebody and then all of a sudden they're not who you thought they were. But usually my problem was that I was trying to change somebody, and it took me a very long time to realize that I can't change them. They have to change themselves. And they can't just say it, they have to do it. Anyway. So does your single time, your content alone, and the women you've talked to always end up making the first move? Interesting. Interesting. You're not the first one to make a move. Ah, you're one of those I can fix them. Yeah, I was. I was one of those people. I was just like, yeah, I can make his life better. I can make their I can fix the problems. And then I eventually figured out I can't fix their problems. That's not a me thing. That's a them thing. I can help and support, but the rest of it's up to them. Not ever really looking. Things usually just kind of happen. Ah, I see. Problem with I can fix them is people don't change. It's true. For the most part. They either don't change or they figure it out themselves and they start making that change. Gotta accept who they are or don't. Yeah. I've just always been a caring person, so that part of me made its way into my relationships. I like helping and being supportive and stuff. I just didn't realize that my supporting turned into enabling, and yeah, that just didn't work out very well. It's usually the parts that are a problem, they never change. Yeah. Yeah. Some of the side effects they might change, but the underlying issues are what doesn't change. Either way, it can't be forced.